Hi viewers, I was asked in a recent video whether you could predict what coins or what series of coins were going to be hot, and highly sought after. So I thought I'd do a quick video on the subject, referring back to my past 10 years experiences. And now some of them are actually fairly easy to predict, and I'll include a photo of a coin set right now. Now that 2015 set was the first year of issue for that set, which was the proof and reverse proof Libertad in that particular case. And I think the mintage was something ridiculously low, like 500, might have even been 450, I can't remember. But me and several friends done a group buy, and we bought a bunch of them. And so I remember what that set cost. It was $200 back in 2015, and this year, was it this year or last year? I can't remember now. I sold it for $450. So, but that was a fairly, predictable, the world recognised design of the Libertad, and low mintage, recognised mint. It was going to do pretty well. Now on to some other coins that could never have been predicted, really. Now, the American Silver Eagle, just a staple of silver bullion coinage, really, and no one could have predicted what they would be selling for today, the insane premiums, and that is due to a shortage of the planchets, I believe. Sullivan Metal did do a video on the subject, if you want to search it on his channel, or he can drop a link down in the comments. So what was always a fairly low premium bullion piece is now fetching silly money. Now, someone mentioned to me the other day about the silver Krugerrands. Well, ever since the gold Krugerrand was released, the public were pushing for the South Africa Mint to produce a silver Krugerrand, which they never, well, they obviously did, but they were pushing for this years ago, and there was even a private mint that issued a silver Krugerrand in fine silver, and of course I would do it upside down. Now, I'm not sure how many of these got out, but eventually I think there was a legal case to shut them down because of copyright. But there are these floating around. You can get your hands on them. And obviously eventually they did produce the silver Krugerrand, which was obviously very popular because people had been calling for them for decades. Unfortunately, the quality of them was not what people were hoping for, and which is why you don't see one here. They're still very popular because of what they are, but the quality isn't particularly good, and certainly nowhere near as good as this one, which I think is from the 80s. Anyway, on to some other series that hopefully should do well. Now, obviously the Royal Mint releasing the Robin Hood series. Now, I think that is obviously going to be quite popular, but again, they have the same issue with the quality, the milk spotting. So that could cause them to be less popular than they would have been. Now, a series that was fairly predictable, and obviously many of my stack of friends got into the series, the Privateers, which I can't remember what year they first came out now, but I did collect the whole series, 2-ounce rounds, which I'm sure most of you will know by now. no pray, no pay. And several reasons they were popular. I think one of which was the unusual 2-ounce design, and obviously the artwork on the pieces themselves was unlike anything really that had ever been produced before. Such a high relief as well. And I think I don't know whether I can't remember when they went out of business, but it was a different mint that struck the last round in this series, which was this one, and you can tell there is a slight difference in the strike. I'm not quite sure why, but and I can't remember who actually struck this last series. But anyway, so obviously when it was released, there was said there was going to be however many there was in the series. I can't remember, was there 7? I can't remember. But you know, so people knew it was only a short series to collect, and obviously people do like collecting things. It's human nature to collect shit, isn't it? Not that they're shit, but so it was a fairly, you know, short series. It wasn't like a run of koalas or kookaburras that go on for years, or a set of lunars, which is obviously 12. I think it's 12. It's getting late here. So it's a fairly short series to collect. Very striking designs and unusual, and obviously these have done very well. You know, still fetching good money. Very nice rounds. So on to another one that we couldn't have predicted. Was coins from these two countries, because we didn't predict that they were going to go to war. But that event has made these two pieces, the Russian and Ukrainian coins, extremely highly sought after, and fetching huge premiums, and likewise with the gold version. This one I won't be selling anytime soon, but so, you know, those like the Eagles were an unpredictable event, which no one could really guess was going to happen. A series back in 2013, so a decade ago, the Tokelau series. Now this was extremely popular series, very well struck. There were a few criticisms about the design of where the year had been put on it, and I think also about the obverse with Queenie's handbag. but nevertheless, they were a popular series and still fetching a little bit of a premium today, so they haven't been a massive flop. And I had the whole series, I think, of those. On to a little bit of gold before I drop back on a couple of silvers. This was another predictable one, really. The 2013 India Gold Sovereign. This was the first year that they'd been produced under license by Pamp Suisse in India, and obviously these are going to be a low mintage, and they're only struck however many they produce in the year, if I remember rightly. But as it's the first year of issue, and it's the first time they've been struck in India since whenever it was King George, they were obviously going to be popular. And one of my friends, I think he picked up about 50 of them all. I think we've done a group buy of MS69s. Now, an unpredictable gold one, and I really can't answer the question on this one as to why, is the gold standard. Now, I've probably got that upside down, but I can't see in this light whether it is or not. Hang on, let me look. Yes, of course it was upside down. these, I really don't know why, but there is a massive premium on these things, huge premium. And they are struck in 999 fine gold and obviously designed as a bullion device with the scales for the gold standard. But I don't know whether there's as far as I'm aware, there's not a limited mintage on them, but they have got a massive premium for some reason. And trying to find them is like trying to find hen's teeth. Now on to a last few silvers. Now I'm not sure whether they're even still producing these. I'm going to have to look them up because you know, this is one of the highest quality silver bullion coins out there. You know, it's to compete with the Perth Mint and Banco de Mexico, and obviously a very famous design, the Isle of Man Angel. And I would definitely buy more of these if they're still making them. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look that up later. Because, you know, they really do stand the test of time. Obviously 6 years old, that one now. And still looking as good as the day it was struck. And these are, you know, fetching a good premium as well. Now to another a high premium coin that really won't do too well, I don't think. You know, there are coins out there that are really just for collectors, and you know, the Royal Australian Mint do produce some absolutely stunning coins, you know, in, you know, the absolute top quality pieces, but there is a massive premium attached, and you know, you're going to have a limited buyer market for that, and so I think these are definitely, as nice as they are to have, ultimately I think, you know, you're going to end up getting a bullion value for it sometime in the future. So I definitely wouldn't be stacking those. On to a last couple pieces that I think will do well. This from the East India Company, because it's the again a world famous design, and very high quality piece. Not a massive premium, but obviously does have a bit of a premium. And I think they're limited mintage as well. I think they'll do well. Also the Justice, I think the designer's subject matter, I think that one will do okay as well. And also the new Maltese cross. You know, I've seen a couple people posting videos on that coin, and I think you know, that does stand a fairly good chance of doing well. Oh, I nearly forgot the Somali elephants. Yeah, they did really well. Another series that was great to collect. You know, the early ones had very low mintages and still highly sought after. The latter ones, they increased the mintages, if I remember rightly, but still beautifully designed coins from the Somali Republic. This one's 9 years old, still looking good. So unlike some of the milk spotting crap that's produced today. So as a roundup, how do you predict you know, what coins are going to do well and what are going to lose you money, like these high premium pieces? Well, like I said earlier, you know, well-known mints, you know, like Banco de Mexico, or you know, the British Sovereign, you know, struck under license by Pamp Suisse. Obviously, Pamp Suisse is well known. So a mint that is already well known is, you know, one of the helping factors, but, you know, isn't always, because these were produced by a little known mint, but the subject matter and the design made them, you know, a hot item. So, it is quite difficult to predict, and what I like to do really, or what, you know, most of the time, is just to see, you know, like I'll be watching the Maltese cross to see how popular that is becoming, and then if I think it's going to do really well, you know, it's if you buy it at the bottom, if you buy something when it's literally just released, you stand the chance of it being a dead flop. But if you wait a little while and see if it's growing popular, then it minimises that risk a bit, you know, because all the time these companies are releasing a new series, new design, new release, you know, coins, and we don't really know whether they're going to be sought after by the majority of people. So there is really no specific plan to say. It's just look at the market, see, you know, how popular something is becoming, and then, you know, you've got to take that gamble yourself to say yes, this is going to be hot, and like I said, the series, the Robin Hood series, I think you know, all of those will be pretty good, but you know, they won't do you know, as well as other pieces, because I think, you know, because of the quality issues. Anyway, hope you found the video useful, and keep calm and keep stacking, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.